off left, McCaffrey. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Purdy, that's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Gold is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Down. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ends up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Waddle on the jet sweep. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Purdy off the play fake. Dancing to his left. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
2 minutes to play in the first half of an 8-3 game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, here's Purdy. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. And another 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd and 10, Purdy tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 58 yards. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbinoghene. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 34 yards there and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because...
And this is going to be...
Oh, he finally got one.
By Deshaun Gibson.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Okay, ready?
Play action. Now it's Tua. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Ready.
Now Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Ready. Ready.
The two are going to try and throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot.
No.
No, okay.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trip. Purdy, big 4th down play. Complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now on 1st down, it's Purdy. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Purdy. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. And that is what you call lowering the boom down near the goal line. He was going to force his way in no matter what.
They always talk about low man wins when it comes to the offensive line, having the leverage to move the defenders. It's strong man wins when it comes to tackling in the red zone. And if you happen to be the low man and the strong man, that's a huge win.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Ready.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch out now, 50 Fury. Ready.
Once again, it's Mostert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And that's caught inside the 35. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think you can make a fair case for Tyreek Hill being the most explosive player in the NFL when he gets his hands on the football, and that was Exhibit A.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Here's Mostert.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 71 yards.
And the 49ers get a bit closer.
Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
This one caught by Kittle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters, and this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. When